showcase section and like workshop showcase and blueprint sharing section of the Wardo Discord, where all the other 3D VTubers like share all their like stuff that they're making and say like, hey, I'm making this, and like, here's a new blueprint for everyone to work off of that does this cool thing.
Oh.
Yeah, haven't checked in a long time. Check now. No one's doing anything, or at least no one's posting about it. Just like, oh no. Oh no.
Oh yeah, I saw the live stream
VTubing.
for 2.4 for Wululu.
Yeah,
it's looking really good. So they're introducing another region.
Mm-hmm.
And let me put. What do you mean? Mm-hmm. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen the region, but I saw people talking about it on Twitter when I was scrolling, and people were like, "This is looking really good, folks. We're cooking."
Oh, so pretty much, Dark. It's the tournament arc.
The tournament arc.
Yeah, you fight people in the arena, pretty much. That's why I call it the tournament arc. So I'm looking at your stream, and there's a trailer for How to Train Your Dragon, but live action.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that's gonna do, since Lilo and Stitch live action didn't do good.
Yeah, they made making whatever a whole.
But anyway,
live action How to Train Your Dragon.
Going back,
and it literally is just. It literally is, from what everyone's been saying about the development of this. This is going back, like, this has been a while of people talking about this. It is literally just one for one the animated movie. Nothing has changed. The only thing that's different is that it's live action.
What about the cast, the voice acting, and everything? Is it different people that's doing it?
Yeah, it's different. Although, so it's different people doing everyone except the guy that does that voices the father in the, I think it's the father in the animated movie.
Yeah.
Is the father in the live action. So they so not only he is being the actor for the father.
You can join now, by the way.
They casted him as the father, so he's just in the live action. So not only is he the voice of the father in the animated, but he is the father in the live action.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. So yeah, it is just one for one. And people are saying, it's like, man, if it's one for one, it's like, just go watch the animated. Just go watch the animated. That's what people have been saying. It's like, why watch the live action? Just go watch the animated. But what were you gonna move on to and talking about?
Oh, going back to Wululu. So, Parthia and Lupa looks really, really good. I might end up spending a lot more in getting them. And also, I think I got paid today.
You think you got paid today?
Well, because it went through the bank, my bank. I saw a transaction happen. Or deposit, I mean. Sorry. That's why I say that.
Yeah, it looks good, and people are really excited about from what I've seen scrolling through Twitter.
I see.
Because that's what I do now. Because that's what I'm filling some of my voids with. People are really excited about 2.0 for ZZZ.
Wait, what? Wait, say that again? I didn't quite
People
hear.
are really excited for 2.0 for ZZZ.
I mean, it does look good, but I think the only thing that's kind of, I guess, completing it is the rewards for the anniversary.
Yeah. But apparently, there's a lot of animators talking about that demo thing between the fight between what's her name and Miyabi.
Yeah.
Apparently, they went all out on that one because animators have been like digging into it and being like, this is actually like beyond wild what they did here. Because apparently, from what I was reading, it's all 3D, but they switched between one interloping and two interlopings, or whatever, all technical terms and everything. Basically, flipping in and out of 3D and non-3D, but still being 3D, for a lot of scenes to give it that real 2D look, like it's 2D animated and everything. Like, apparently they did a lot of fancy stuff in that demo thing, animation wise.
I see.
And that animation is like all over the place now.
I mean, it looks cool and all, but I don't know. It's just like looking at Wooloo right now. It looks really good. Like better.
Yeah,
than,
I mean,
better
Wooloo,
than
it's hard.
ZZZ.
Yeah, I will definitely say what Wooloo is doing is immaculate and like jaw-dropping and really cool and just amazing. It's just like, wow. I'm a sucker for, I love animation. I'm a sucker for, well, I mean, animation and art and all that. I'm a real sucker for all of that. Go figure, I'm an artist, you know. But it's really cool. But at the same time, even though it blows all of Hoyo away, including ZZZ, by immense degree, ZZZ is still like, they're cooking. They're really cooking with their stuff. They're actually, it seems like they gave up with everything else. It's just like, oh, we don't have to try with this anymore. But thank you for the follow. So all the devs for all the other Hoyo games, it's like, oh, well, Hoyo made its money and everything. We don't have to try all that much anymore. But the devs for ZZZ is like, nah, man, we're going hardball because we like what we do. So we're going hardball. Doesn't matter. We're going hardball. And so they're doing what they can, because I mean, we gotta remember, there are two completely different game engines. Unity versus Unreal Engine. Now, you can do some pretty crazy stuff with Unity. If you look at a modeler, animator, and Unity content creator named Sakura Rabbit, she makes she does a lot of Blender stuff. Also, hi Envy, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good one. Hiya, howdy. She takes a bunch of stuff that she makes in Blender, and she does all this crazy like animations and shader stuff and all that inside of Unity. So she kind of makes it a proven point that you can do some pretty crazy stuff in Unity. However, for a game studio to do something on levels of that is probably asking for a little too much, because that's some pretty wild stuff. You should look up Sakura Rabbit. It's some pretty on Twitter. It's some pretty wild stuff. She's really good at what she does. And with Unreal Engine 5, there's just an innate, just like base level. This is like, there's really crazy stuff you can do on an innate level with Unreal Engine. So with Wooloo using Unreal Engine, I don't really want to put it in this light, but it is kind of to say that they're working on an unfair advantage compared to ZZZ, because there's so much, the pipeline, the workflow pipeline and everything for Unreal Engine to do a lot of crazy stuff is a lot simpler and everything. And there's a lot more availability and all to do crazy stuff in Unreal Engine versus Unity. With Unity, you have to, there's a lot of workarounds and a lot of stuff they have to do to get to that level, or to do kind of mid-tier what Unreal Engine can do. So Wooloo is already cooking and everything with Unreal Engine. Now there's, Unreal Engine has its own set of limitations and problems and everything, right? That Unity kind of solves and is there, but you know, it's the balancing scales kind of thing. So I honestly, knowing the two engines and everything, what goes behind like how you make stuff for Unreal Engine and how you make stuff for Unity, I give props to ZZZ for doing what the heck they do with everything, with their animations and just the game itself, comparatively with Wooloo. I mean, and I say this like, yeah, it's Unreal Engine base tier. It's gonna be pretty good, but they take that base tier, it's gonna be pretty good, and they crank it. They really crank it, and it's pretty wild what they do. So that's my overall kind of opinion between the two of them. Also, YouTube, I am still here.
Are you still loading in?
Yeah, I'm still loading in, and now I can click to start. Did you get all that, Uni?
Yeah, it's a mouthful. Jesus.
Yeah? I was just getting my opinion out there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's my thought on the whole thing. Dang, loaded into nighttime.
So, which one's better though? That's the thing. ZZZ or
Which one's better?
Or
Well, it depends on what you're going for, honestly. If you're going for some like,
or I'm not looking for what I'm looking for. My question still stands. Which one's better? Well, let's not talk about what I'm going for or who's going for. And also we're talking about devs, the game itself, how they respond, and what they are doing to the game. Like, for example, if I had to say something about between those two, I think Kuro game's a little bit nicer. Just ever so nicer than Hoyo right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I think overall, I was actually going to suggest you build these little round out rotunds or whatever. Oh well, I fell off.
Good job.
That's crazy.
I wasn't even done fixing or building fences. I was building that for that reason, because I know someone's gonna fall.
I turned around and I went to turn around to go around, and my character's just like, I'm gonna fall off. It's like, oh gosh darn it. It's like I clipped through something. It's like, great.
Good job.
I fell on this side.
I like how I'm dual wielding right now.
I was gonna come out here to, apparently I still had this in my bag.
Okay.
I dropped it right here.
Where's here?
But right next to me.
Oh, okay.
I think if we're taking absolutely everything into consideration, disregarding kind of like what you're looking for, because they serve two different purposes or niches. For disregarding that, but taking everything else in consideration, just the whole package overall.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. All right, okay, I kind of have to take points off from Wooloo because of how rough of a start it had.
Oh my God, it did.
Crash Hell.
Very
really bad story. Really bad voice acting. All that crazy stuff.
No, the story was good. It's just how they did it.
Yeah.
That's more of it than anything, right? So.
I mean,
well, like,
but yeah.
Yeah.
So just in general, it had an incredibly rough start. And it took until basically 2.0 or whatever. Like, it took several updates until it was actually starting to get good, and then got really good, right?
I think around 1.2 and 1.4 was good. I heard 1.1 and 1.3 were okay.
Yeah. So it took a while for it to actually get good. It had a really rough start.
Yeah.
So I have to knock a lot of points off for Wooloo on that. Because, and this is my experience, ZZZ dropped on the floor running. Like they just dropped down and ran.
Yeah,
they didn't fumble.
It's a game that has not fallen into the whole thing that the whole universe does with their games. It's the whole of they do really, really good for one whole year, but everything after that, they stop caring.
Yeah.
Because, for example, going to Honkai Star Rail, got Castros with that global passive, got another dude that literally drops all the debuffs onto the enemies. And weaknesses too.
Yeah.
Genshin fell so hard because one of the biggest things that I didn't like, at a certain point, it started talking about the brother or going for the brother.
Yeah.
A lot of times
exactly.
it was going through region to region, helping every region out. But there was so less of actually trying to find your brother and bring him back. And even when you do that, it's like seeing him for like maybe one whole update. Then after that, he's just gone again for God knows how long.
Exactly.
Natlan, one of the newer regions that you go to, is their version of it tournament arc region and place like that. It looks very, how should I say it, like they don't have any technology whatsoever kind of deal. It's very like dusty. It's like a canyon. It's like the color of the Grand Canyon. Kind of very something. How do I explain it? Like,
no, I know. I get what you're talking.
But you want to know what they did? What's so funny? They put next to no effort with their cutscenes because one, some of the quote unquote animations that they do is the characters doing their basic attack or their ultimate and stuff like that, and doing a little very bad or just using animations that's already in the game. But that's kind of bad, but at the same time, another game does that a lot. And Dark, you should know what game I'm talking about that does something like that all the time.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
What, Sorrow?
No. This is not a. I'm not talking about a gacha game here. This is a game that does it all the time, and it has a lot in the series, too. It's
Yakuza.
Yes. The amount of times that they reuse music and blah blah blah, animations and all that, yeah. But the thing with that though is, Yakuza can be forgiven. It's all right that when they do it. It's not as bad, let's just say. But anyway, going on back to the point. So for some reason, like a few characters in Natland, New Regent, is supposed to be like a place that doesn't look like it has that much technology at all and everything.
Yeah.
So the Archon in that region is wearing like a motorcycle outfit, has a motorcycle and everything, and use that as to fight enemies. And like the people there just like kind of, how should I say, like, somewhat wearing rags and stuff like that. They're not like yeah, hold on, let me search it up. Alright, Dark. Oh, you're not here, so I can show you this video.
What are you talking about?
I was gonna show you a video to explain it better.
What do you mean I'm not here?
Well, you want me to share it on Discord and you watch it right now?
What do you mean I'm not here?
And me, you're not safe right now. So if you were to drop everything right now, yeah, you're gonna get eaten by zombies because you're just standing there not doing anything. Oh, I think that's a horde right there, Dark.
Yeah. What horde?
Jesus.
I'll come back. And then you can show it to me. But, yeah, to go back to my thing.
Oh.
ZZZ. Just went in and like everything was good from the start.
I can already give like minus probably 2 or 3 points already from it.
From the beginning?
Yeah, it's with Folio.
Okay. Disregarding the company is with, just looking at it from one game to another. Like disregarding all the other Hoyo games. We're only looking at ZZZ versus Wooloo.
Well, let's see.
So, I mean, with that,
the biggest problem that I can think of was just talking about the game itself. It's too easy.
Well, it's too easy, but that goes into the whole thing that it serves a different niche. It serves a different purpose. It wasn't made to be the Dark Souls of gacha, so to speak.
I don't know.
Wooloo was made to be the Dark Souls of gacha.
Pro games has their games has always been hard.
Exactly. And that's the thing. ZZZ was built to be a nice, flashy, fun game with a very casual aspect to it that people could come in and just, in a lot of aspects, have a cozy gameplay experience. Wooloo was to give also flashy, fun gameplay, but to challenge the player. And there is no thing about the game that is like, yeah, we want you to have a cozy time. It is, no, we want you to have a fun time, but it's going to be challenging. And that's why I say it's like, it depends on what you're looking for, because they serve two completely different niches and purposes. One is to challenge and give you a hard time and everything, but look really cool and still be fun and all that. The other one is really there just for a nice, cozy, casual experience while also being flashy and fun.
I don't know about that. The whole oh, it's too hard, oh, it's too easy has been going back and forth for the longest time.
People are a bunch of pansies. That's the problem.
Well, because
is that those people are wishy-washy and don't know what they want. And they're so just like, well, we don't know what we want, but we know that this is, it's for a lot of times, those people don't know what they're talking about, and they're just there to complain about something. They don't know really what they're complaining about and what they want to complain about. So they pick the lowest hanging fruit, and it's like, oh, it's too easy, or it's too hard. And it's like they don't really know what they're wanting, and they're very wishy-washy. So it's like,
I think the point I'm trying to make here is with that and power creeping. Those are the two things that goes literally hand in hand right now. It's pretty much like this. If you get this so-and-so like these 3 or 4 characters and make a team and all that. And this team can literally wipe the floor with any content. Doesn't matter which region or which place it is or who the boss is. If you can just do that to anything, then the game is just way too easy and all. And just like you literally could finish everything in a day or 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
And in Lululu, all the characters there are not super strong in it or anything like that. Every character there is viable. There is not one character that is super strong.
Yeah.
But the thing with Genshin, but they did that with Genshin, HSR, and ZZZ. 3 times, actually so, and probably Honkai Impact too. 4 times in a row.
Yeah, but at least this time with ZZZ, it actually goes hand in hand with the experience that they were trying to make for the game. In no way, shape, or form were they trying to make a hard, challenging game. No shape or form. So that's the whole thing. Kuro Games did a good job because they were trying to make a challenging game, right? To where no matter what it was that you were doing or having or whatever, it was still challenging, Dark Souls like, whatever you want to call it, and you still had to like fight, right? They're not going for the comfy casual. ZZZ was going for the comfy casual, so at least, and for this game specifically, yeah, the power creeping kind of makes sense. It's like, yeah, you have these characters and you have a nice cozy casual experience. You just do whatever.
You kind of
and enjoy the nice flashy fun stuff of the game.
The
right?
big downside of Dark, the big downside about power creeping, it shouldn't be a thing for a game. Because why? It's a gacha game too, right? I mean, like HSR has been doing this for like ever now. Same thing with Genshin. It's okay. So, like for example, right? You get Acheron in 2.0, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after 2 big patches, she's useless. And then the next character, big character that does a lot of damage, takes its place. And like for example, in 2.2. into HSR. And then they're only useful for another 2 big patches. Then another big character that does a lot of damage comes around. The problem with that is, and a lot of people does, like literally a lot of people does it, is pretty much rolling for that character every time. And a lot of people like that character, like they like Acheron, but she's not getting power crap by these newer characters that's been coming out, and now she's becoming less and less viable to the current update right now for HSR. So it's the fear of missing out 24/7. But there's not many people to be like, oh, I don't need that. Oh, I don't need that. No. Like almost like 90% of people wants that character so they can beat the current content. That's how it's been always the thing. It's just like right
but
now.
But here's the problem comparing it to Star Rail and like Genshin. Those games, Star Rail and Genshin, were not built as a casual, cozy experience. They were still trying to be built as, hey, this game's going to be challenging, right? We want a challenging experience for the player. We're going to make stuff that is hard. They make stuff that is hard in Star Rail. They try to amp up the tankiness and the HP everything of Star Rail to incredible beyonds and do all this crazy stuff to where it's like you all like, hold on, let me finish. To where you need that one character that gives the global passive to really get past said thing, because it is that hard where basically your whole team dies otherwise if you don't have like all this stuff, right? So they're that's where that becomes a problem because of the fact of what they're trying to do with those games and how those games are built. The difference is with ZZZ, you can the fact that the game is so easy, that's what they were going for, that you really you don't need Miyabi. You really don't. You can do any character and beat the game. You can do all the stuff.
Man,
if only
that was true, Dark. If only that was true.
I mean,
these people that play Hoyo games, go up and beyond. Just go watch like any of Tecton's video that talks about Hoyo games.
But I think I guess I just have a different perspective on the whole thing. And
or you haven't seen that one part of the Hoyo community yet.
I mean, I wouldn't know where to look for them.
Watch Tecton. Just literally watch Tecton. That simple.
But
you made it easy. Just go watch them.
Yeah, but okay. That one part of the whatever community honestly is
pretty
stupid
huge
and off their rockers.
Huge. Yeah, it is. Like let's not remember that one person that killed a cat because of a character that's in Genshin had cat.
That's just stupid. Because I guess I just have a different perspective on this. It's like I see the point and purpose of like each of these different games, and like the power creeping is a problem for the point and purpose of what Genshin and Star Rail is.
For any game that has power creep, literally.
But the power creeping makes here's where the power creeping makes sense actually in ZZZ, because they're not going out of their way to be like, we're going to make a challenging experience. That's not what ZZZ is. From my perspective, on just, having played a lot of different types of genres and everything of games over since I was 2 years old here.
I have a thing on Discord, by the way. You just need to join it.
Okay. Going through all these genres, seeing them and whatever. I know what they're going for with ZZZ. They fell flat with a lot of stuff that they were going for Genshin and Star Rail. And that's where a lot of problems came through, because they were trying to do two different things and it didn't work out. With ZZZ, they just have one singular focus on that, and that's where a lot of stuff where it was a horrible thing for the other games actually makes sense. In a casual game and everything, right? That is supposed to be just a cozy casual experience with flashy fun, flashy fun gameplay, right? You want your it's kind of like, in a sense, a sandbox game. You want the best of everything, right? So that you can just casually do whatever it is that you want to do, and just oogle and boogle at the flashy fun bits, right? That's what ZZZ is. Heck, look at all the memes that come out for just like the daily stuff between the different Hoyo games. It literally is just like, cozy casual experience. So the power creeping makes sense, because to add on to that cozy casual experience, just adding to the whole thing of making it easy. And by making it easy, it adds we're going to ramp things up or whatever, because story or whatever, just kind of add some more interest and everything, some variation. And we're going to add in this power creep so that you can still like not enough like still, you know, they're not going out of the way to make things like to where like you can't do it with anything or whatever. You know, it's like you have to have this to, you know, get past this, like with Star Rail. But it's to where it's just like, yeah, you know, if you try to do it with like the lowest tier characters, yeah, you're gonna, you know, it's gonna be a bit more challenging. It's definitely gonna be a bit more challenging, but not impossible. And the power creep is there to just keep it a casual game, but still add in variation and interest.
Dark, say that again.
The power creep that is there to add interest and variation.
Okay. All right.
And while keeping it
okay.
The cozy casual.
I think you're misusing the word power creep, but okay, sure.
That's not what I wanted. This is what I want.
Power creep. The word itself is meant for character-wise, just characters only, nothing else.
Yeah, and that's what I'm using it for.
Why? No. Power creep is just bad in general.
Well, okay. Here's this then. Let me throw this at you then. If you wanted to add more interest and variation to your game, but you were still keeping it casual and still wanted to keep it casual and everything, and you didn't change anything. Every character you just went out, put out, it's just like, yeah, they do these cool things, but they're not powerful or anything. It's kind of on the same level as all these other characters. And yeah, there's no real increase of like quote unquote challenge to anything else. It's all just the same across every update with everything.
Dark.
Would you still want to?
Dark. For example, if this monster is weak to water or hydro, or something, or how should I say it? If this fire monster is weak to water, then use a unit that's use water for that monster. That's it. That should be literally it. And it does X and Y thing, and that's fine.
Okay. So then here's the thing though. If they kept to that, then they wouldn't release any keeping in the whole thing of like
the point
hold
of
on.
No, the point of
making it
what I'm
cozy casual.
No, I think you.
Why would if I have a full team that does everything, right? There's no like you take out the power creep and everything. It's like, yeah, they don't do crazy damage or anything. They just work. I have these people for this, these people for this, and these people for this. If they released any other characters, why would you get it? You're like, I mean, other than like, unless that character was really cool and had really cool animations, you will be like, well, I already have my team that I want and need for this, that, and the other thing. Why would I get that character? If everyone already does everything, there's no change in anything, power creep, anything. Everyone's able to do everything. You just have your set built teams. These are the characters. They're all viable. Does everything. There's no change in anything.
I might just muted that. I was trying to say you're missing the whole point, but okay.
I mean, like, looking at it from a gameplay aspect and just, why, if you already have those teams that just work, right? They just work. They, they're really good. There's no over the top craziness, like extra level power, anything. They're all just, they're all just like that. And you have all your set teams for each set weakness.
No, Dark.
X game comes, the game comes out with a new character. It's like, hey, here's a new water type character. From my perspective, and I think probably from a lot of people's perspective, you look at that, unless that character is just like, man, those animations are wild. I have to have that character,
Which is a lot of people, depending on what it is.
I mean, yeah. But otherwise, it's like, unless they, hit the nail on the head with the character design and everything of coming out with a new character, you're going to look at that and go, oh, well, I already have a full water weakness team. That just works. I don't need that character. Why would I need that character?
No, Dark.
And so you don't get the character.
Dark, no. The point of it is just like a lot of people go for it. Oh, it looks cool and everything, right? But it's more meant for. Well, I don't have the money, so this team I have right now it still works and I can still clear with it. But this character does a lot of things better. Sure, I don't need it, but I still want it. I'm gonna make a team around it and grab all these newer characters to help this character out to do better. And then you have a new team.
Well, you just said something, what you just said there. A character that does something better. That in itself would be considered at the lowest tier power creeping. But I'm still able to use my old team to still clear it. There is no wall that's stopping me. But that's what ZZZ is doing. You can still use anything. And like I'm saying, if you use the lowest tier of characters, you're going to have a more difficult time. Do you need Miyabi to do everything? No. And so that's what ZZ's...
Because because that's how people are. Yes.
But is that how the game is? That's the thing.
They don't care about that. They just want her.
Okay, but I don't care what other people want or not, if they want her or not.
Well, it's not about Dark. It's not about you.
The whole thing is, can you do the game without Miyabi and just the other characters? I don't care what anyone else says. Can you do the game without Miyabi and just say the base tier 5-star characters that you can just get on the standard banner and everything, like Grace, the drill guy, Ben? Answer that question.
Yeah, you probably can. Just depend on what the situation is.
There you go. That right there is the whole main point. You can do it. Now, the difference is that's ZZZ. The whole experience is built differently for ZZZ. To where, yes, with Ben, Grace, those characters, you can still do the game. You can still do everything. Now, with the other Hoyo games, they're built for a different experience, right? Now, can you do the whole game with just the base 5-star whatever characters that you can easily get in Star Rail?
Not anymore.
Exactly. And that's the point I'm trying to say.
Well, the other thing I was trying to say, ZC is slowly getting up there. They have been increasing the enemy's HP for some of the events and other stuff ever so slowly.
Ever so slowly, but the reason they're doing that is because the problem with that with the gacha game and everything like that kind of a game is that the areas of which, in terms of just the gameplay and everything, where you can add variation and quote unquote newness to keep intrigue flowing into the game to keep people in and playing and everything.
Oh, no one's playing ZZZ right now. At least not at the moment.
I see plenty of people playing ZZZ.
Let's see.
But to keep the intrigue in, that's really about the only option that you have for that kind of a game, is doing that. That's one of the big glaring problems with that kind of a game, is how you keep intrigue in and keep
ZZZ?
and add variation.
Hold on, I'm trying to look for ZZZ right now on the. There we go. There it is. Let's see. Wooloo right now has 3.1 viewers. Starray has 2K. ZZZ right now has 1.2K at the moment.
So still plenty of people playing it.
Sure.
That's, 1,000 people is still a lot of people.
Viewers. It's viewers, not people playing.
Well, still, even viewers. That's still a lot of viewers.
A lot of what I'm seeing right now has one viewer that people are watching. And the highest person right now has 8. Going over to Wooloo though. 20, 265, 65, 9, 1.4K viewers. 8, 26, 10, 11, 31, 46.
Anyway, the whole thing
160,
is that
16.
There's a glaring problem with gacha games and how you keep intrigue and introduce variation. And that is really about the only way possible.
Say that again? I don't know what you just said. Put it in simple terms.
That was simple terms. To keep people happy, there's only the big problem, very big problem with gacha games is that the only way to keep people happy and coming back is that specifically. To make people like, wow, that's different. That is really the only way with gacha games, and that's one of the biggest problems with gacha games. Like,
the biggest problem
is gonna run into that problem.
What's the biggest
problem? The biggest problem?
Say it again.
Okay, the biggest problem is how the options that gacha games have with how they work and everything.
How what works?
How gacha games work. How they work on the principle. How they just.
What specifically though?
What specifically? The game itself. How a gacha game as a game itself.
What about the game itself?
But about it? Everything. Like literally everything.
Like what?
How it plays.
Like what specific mechanic are you talking about? What about it? Is it about the what is it about the gacha part of the aspect of the game, or the story, or how the game plays?
No, they're just the actual gameplay and everything of how a gacha game works.
The gameplay is fine. It's just gacha is just bad in general, but it's a very.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Gacha is bad in general. It has a very big problem that the only way to keep people happy and going, wow, that's different, I need to come back and do this, right, is by doing the whole yeah, we're going to beef up this and we're going to beef up that. It's just a matter of to what degree they do it. ZZZ is doing it a lot slower. Star Rail was like, okay, we're going to do this 10 times higher, right?
Actually, they did it faster. They ruined the game faster, actually.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just
waiting for ZZZ to do the same thing. Let's see how fast they ruin it when 2.0 comes out.
But the thing is that Wooloo is going to face that eventually.
Well, not Wooloo. I mean ZZZ. Yeah.
Wooloo is going to face that eventually, and they're going to have to do the same thing.
I don't think
because that's
I have faith
that's
in them.
the problem. I mean, yeah, but that's the problem with gacha games, though.
I mean, that's every gacha game.
That's what I'm saying. Wooloo is a gacha game. That's the biggest problem about gacha games. Wooloo, in some shape or form, is going to have to do it eventually.
Do what eventually?
Essentially what Hoyoverse is doing on a larger scale.
Doing what? What are they doing on a larger scale?
What you have been complaining about. What you said ZZZ is doing ever so slowly. Beefing up the HP to, and all this stuff, right?
I mean, that kind of difficulty is already there. Well, two things is already there. All the bosses in Willowloo have more moves the higher the level they are, and they have a lot of HP already, or not like a crazy amount. We're not talking about like 10 million or 10 billion or anything like that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that Wooloo is going to face that wall eventually.
I don't know
that
about that.
Hoyoverse is just willingly just accepting and going beyond just accepting.
I don't know about
They're
that.
just like, well, but the thing is that's the problem with gacha games. Wooloo is a gacha game. It's gonna have to do it eventually. If Wooloo wants to stay a gacha game, it's going to have to do it. Because otherwise, there isn't going to be any... The intrigue to bring people back is going to slowly fall off.
I don't know about that.
See, with other games, you can do what Wooloo is doing forever, because the thing about the other games is that, one, they're normal, but you only have the one character, right? You just have that character that you're playing. Like, say, with like Bloodborne, all right? You have the one character. You can go through, you can do various different builds. Different builds work for different things, so on and so forth. And you get upgrades and everything, but then you add new content, and it's like, wow, I have to change up everything because things work differently. Things have, things are a lot harder, so on and so forth. So essentially what Wooloo is doing, you can do forever with normal games, because it's not like, oh, well, I'm pulling for a character to do this better. No, it's like you're doing the one character. There's different builds, wherever that you can work with. For that one character, you can change up your stats to be like, okay, well, I need to be a more strength build, or I need to be more dexterous build, or whatever, to more absolutely do what you need to do. And so it just works, right, for those kind of games. And so you can keep people pulled into the game and still have it fun and all that stuff, and bring people back to like, oh, I gotta do this. Well, I gotta do that, right? But with the gacha aspect.
Is your character okay in Zomboid? I just need to go eat so I don't starve to death.
That is a good question, actually.
My character is hungry.
My mouse is invisible. Oh, that's funny. I can't see my cursor. I can't see my cursor.
Man, that sucks.
The game has made my the game is like, oh, you don't have a cursor. There's a lot of stuff. I have a lot of things. I can't see what they are. Severely depressed, extremely bored, hungry.
All right, my character's okay now. All right, well, let's wrap up this conversation, though, so our characters don't die because we're standing there and talking.
I can't do anything because
Man,
I don't
crazy.
have a cursor. I can't.
Man, that's crazy.
Why do I not have a cursor?
Man, that's
wild.
crazy.
All right. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to close the game and reopen it so I have a cursor again.
Is your cursor outside of
No, it's in the game. No, it's in the game. I just can't see, like, it's not visually rendered.
You sure about it?
Yeah, I'm sure about that.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am sure about that.
Sure?
Yes, because I'm hovering over.
Do you see it on the other screen?
Nope.
Wait, you don't see it on your other screen?
No.
That means that you're...
Oh, I fixed it. I made the cursor come back.
There you go, Jesus.
No, So the funny thing was that... Oh, that's weird. Okay, so if I'm not on my gaming scene in OBS, and I click into Project Zomboid, my cursor is gone. It's not visually rendered.
How did you manage to do that?
But if I click over to my... So, I get what you mean by the other screen. Yeah, no, it's on my other screen. And if I like minimize Project Zomboid, my mouse is there and everything. It was just in the game, not rendered. Everywhere else, it was there. But if I go to my gaming scene and I click on the game, the mouse is there.
That's whack.
That is so weird.
Anyway, let's watch this before we get so sidetracked.
We gotta eat something.
Well, eat faster. Eat faster. Read a book or something because you're bored apparently.
Extremely bored and severely depressed.
Go talk to the mirror. Go be like, yeah, I don't want to be... I need to go to the bathroom. Hold on.
Hear the toilet flushing.
Don't worry about it. All right.
Now I'm just depressed.
But anyway,
I can't talk myself anymore.
To finish it up, I prefer Kuro games Oh, that's gunshots.
Yeah, I heard that.
Because of they're not like Hoyo trying to mess up like literally every game that they ever made. Sure,
Yeah.
they're playing it. They're doing it at different speeds, sure, but at the same time, it's gonna get ruined eventually.
I was gonna say I think Wooloo might be the overall winner, but the whole thing was that like
what do you mean
the whole
winner?
Between ZZZ and Wooloo. That's the whole thing. Like we're comparing the two. It's like you asked me which one's better, which one would win, and so I was saying I think overall Wooloo wins or would be the winner between the two of them. But a thing that doesn't make Wooloo just the outstanding winner is that how rough of a start. Like, yeah, Wooloo is great now. It's great now, but it had such a rough start. ZZZ, while it might be slowly getting to that point that other Hoyo games are getting at, it hit the ground running. It didn't have any problems in the beginning. It was just good from the get-go. You know, the story was intriguing enough. It was good. It was fun. Gameplay, fun. Voice acting, good. Scripting, good. So on and so forth. Like, everything was just good from the get-go. And is still being good now. There wasn't a like, oh, we have to warm up and now we're good. It was, we're good from the start. We're still doing stuff good. We're slowly dying at a very slow rate, but, you know, still dying, but it's still good. Wooloo's like, we're only getting started. We had a rough start. We're only getting started. We're getting better.
I think the other thing to add on to that, yeah, they did have a really bad start. Is the fact that how fast it does fix those problems, those immediate problems, and the fact they listened. They actually most of the time listened. Unlike Hoya was their fourth game now, I think. Yeah, they're listening, yes, but
they did listen with ZZZ.
In the process of ruining. I mean, it took them 3 games to figure that out. To actually listen.
Yeah.
Now, which is really, really bad if you think about it.
I mean, yeah.
I just like I can never give a Hoya game full credits because of that. It's kind of like what you said. The game was fine from the start. Yeah, at their 4th game that they made. And hey, look, from the last live stream they had, there's a 5th game coming in the works, which is like a Pokemon battle of some sort. Man, geez, when that game comes out and maybe 1 or 2 months in, I wonder how ZZZ is going to be like. Are they going to ruin it like they always do? And pay more attention to the newer game that came out or that recently came out? Probably. They probably will do it again.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Or it's a good chance they will. Because it's their 5th game. The thing,
well, like you said, it took them 4 games to learn. So maybe with taking 4 games to learn a lot of lessons, maybe there's a few more lessons that they have learned with ZZZ.
Their business practice is shit. If you really look into it, it's like this. It's like
that's
this.
Gacha games in general. Gacha games business practice as a whole.
Can I finish? Let's see. Genshin Impact has a really good patch, for example, right? And then
Yeah.
and then while over at HSR at the same time, it's having it had a shitty patch, it had a filler patch. And then once get that patch, that awesome update that Genshin had, and then the next update that HSR had is really, really good. Genshin Impact is gonna have a filler patch that is really shit that a lot of people don't like, which I know I've seen a lot of. And that would, and if you add ZZZ into it, right now there's nothing happening in ZZZ. Everyone's like bored to death from what I'm hearing because nothing's actually happening. They have not had a good patch since Miyabi came out. In fact, actually, there's a few people just saying there's too many events because they can't get to all of them, and by the time they get to them, it's gone. So there's a lot of complaints here and there and everywhere, and it's just like, okay, so
You know what I say to that? People like to complain. people like to complain. It's like, okay, it's like you have too much. All right, you want too little then? I mean, I don't know. With that respect, and like I want to say, like with ZZZ, I'm gonna be honest. They're never from what I've been experiencing. Like, does a story exist? Yes. Is there really a lot happening? No. So I don't know. I think people just get up in their own stuff and everything, and then kind of get blinded by everything else. Or they become blind to everything else, and it's like, but I don't know. It's like that whole thing of like, there are too many events. It's like, well, then just pick and choose which ones you want to do.
That's not how they do it. They want to do everything, so they get all those currencies to roll.
I mean, yeah. I just pick and choose the ones with the highest.
No, that's not how it works. That's not how those people do things.
Well, then they're stupid. Wow. They need to prioritize time management. All these other things.
They want to do everything.
They're stupid then. Because you can't do everything.
That's like 90. That's like 90% of the people in the gacha community right now. I mean, that's actually, speaking about, that's the big thing with the gacha community, like Hoyo. Actually, the Hoyo community specifically, they're really bad. Doesn't matter if it's over here in Global or in CN.
I don't care about CN. Like, literally, their CN opinion does not matter.
Actually, they did. Actually, it does, because the people in Hoyo listens to the people in CN more than the people over here in NA.
I mean, while that's true,
it's been true.
I know it's been true.
The majority of changes and stuff
those
from
people's
the game,
opinions do not matter. I am sorry.
Probably not matter.
They might matter to Hoyo, but boy, do they not matter in general. Because, man, I don't think they know how to human and how to, be.
That's how they literally.
I don't think they know how to just take something and enjoy it. Like, right. I just want to. I just want to throttle them.
Can we watch this video before your character gets to the point of they want to die or something?
I'm reading books.
And we still want to watch. We still need to watch this video that's right here. That for the longest time.
Yeah.
So okay, all right. Here I'm clicking on it.
There's no sound.
There's now.
Why is this Brazil?
So this is an outlet, right?
Okay, yeah.
So the thing I was talking about earlier, everything is very low tech and everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
This is just Brazil.
Yeah.
This is so Brazil coded, even like the music.
So the crazy thing is like, hold on, I need to find it.
Brazil / South America, I should say. Not really just Brazil, but like South America. This is so South America coded.
So, Dark, tell me, do you see any technology in around?
No?
Okay.
This is like if South America and Africa combined into one.
Alright, so you gotta go look, right?
Yeah.
Alright, here's the Archon, right? Of this region. Tell me, Dark, does she fit with the region right now?
No.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that bike, right? You can fly with it, right?
Okay.
It has its own stamina bar and all that stuff, right?
Okay.
When you go to a different region, that stamina bar gets cut in half because you're in the wrong region.
Fair enough. Probably, honestly.
No, that sucks. A lot of people would like to. That's a character. Anyway, a lot of people would just want to ride the bike anywhere and have the full stamina and not be restricted to only half because you're in the wrong region.
Yeah.
Because you can only use that bike in Natlan to the fullest.
Yeah.
Which really sucks.
I mean, for years and years and years, you couldn't fly in the beginning areas of FF14, and there was only the certain areas that you could fly in. Just gonna put that out there. Just gonna throw that out there.
But we're not talking about FF14 here, Dark.
It's still a factor in a game.
Anyway.
What a beautiful gem.
So we have another person.
We should check the grade first.
Do you think she fits them?
But I can think of a better use for you.
No.
She's a DJ.
That's interesting.
And she used roller skates, which is okay, I guess.
Truly a precious gem, and so damn simplistic.
Even like with the music too, right? Yeah.
Looks like these Saurians don't miss a beat. Time for a test drive.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Oh my god, this is so bad. This is so bad.
This is Genshin Impact for you.
Well, Genshin Impact killed itself a long time ago. And don't tell me the opinions and everything of China. I don't care. Their opinions does not matter.
But it shapes the game though, Dark.
Their opinion doesn't matter to me because they have wild opinions.
Better lost in the heat of battle than
although, you know, I mean,
gems like these.
for me, ZZZ is still up there, but I know it's gonna fail at one point.
Down the drain.
But the
I'm
thing
gonna
with
be
that,
honest with you, Uni.
what?
Every gacha game is destined to fail.
Not
Gacha
exactly.
games are set up.
Nuh-uh. PGR's been around for a while, and they recently got the DMC collab. That game is not, yeah, sure, it's not making the most money because of Lululu and all that.
Yeah.
But you know, I was gonna say on the flip side of things, we have funny characters like Bernice.
Give me a mug of your finest.
Yeah, but she actually fits though.
I wasn't gonna say she doesn't fit though.
Nitro fuel tastes like regret. So before you drink, we gotta take care of whatever's troubling
What can I
you.
get for you? A drink? Some snacks?
It was one of the craziest characters.
Yeah. I think they really actually kind of cooked with her. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you want to know another funny thing with recently?
Huh.
She's like, I don't remember what update she came out, but the character trailers have been getting more and more depressed for some of the characters that are being released.
More and more what now?
Depressed.
Depressed?
Oh yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Bernice doesn't really have a depressing backstory.
Oh yeah.
Bernice is all happy. Unlike someone like Trigger though. Trigger kind of got what's the word for it?
Come in. This is Soldier 11. Within 200 meters.
She's been like worked on, you can say, quote unquote worked on.
Yeah.
Trigger, report your status.
Copy. The victim has been located.
And those lights on her little face mask thing, it kind of shows her emotion somewhat.
I'm the reinforcement sent by your teddy bear Odie. He's busy driving now. I'll handle all the baddies. Odie, drive.
Roger. The small fries at the back are all yours.
Roger, Commander Odie.
Hurry up! Don't let them get away!
Hold tight. Commander Odie and I will take care of the baddies.
Oh wow.
Very
The guy's
cartoon,
expression.
very cartoonish.
Sure.
I like it though.
It's all yours.
I like that.
Not from here. But from here, you can fire something really powerful.
Wow. Just straight up missile.
next part's not for kids.
They're dead.
Wow. Just right on the front.
Did my teddy bear turn into a person?
This kind of magic doesn't last long. He's all back to normal now.
That's okay. We made a promise. We'll always have each other's backs. I hope you find a Nodi too.
Mission accomplished. Let's head back and report.
Didn't expect you to be so good with kids. You had fun?
Not really. It's just part of the job.
I'm afraid your goggles are saying otherwise.
Is it that obvious?
And then you have after the singer of this of the game.
Staying true to myself. No need for validation. I was born free.
Can I help you with something?
Let me borrow you for a day. Come with me. La la la. Bring your camera.
Coming.
So this update right here happened right after Miyabi's story.
So tired. I'll remember this day for a long time. Oh, and as a thank you for spending the day with me, I've got a gift for you. Follow me.
So about that gift.
It's right in front of you.
Unfortunately, they didn't get an English voice singer to do this.
That is unfortunate. I mean, it's so good. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, it's good.
Oh wait, just remember it. Okay.
Like, I don't actually mind Chinese singing. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, like I don't either, but it's kind of the limit is lower because it's not many that like.
Yeah.
Oh, so the upcoming 2.4 update. So this is the new regent.
Still very technological.
So in my opinion, this is my opinion. I kind of like Weathering Wave better.
Well, like I said, they do a lot more. ZZZ still does a lot, but
In Septimond, strength and power go hand in hand.
it took Wooloo a little bit to get their feet running.
It's the
But now
Nobles
that
and
they're
commoners
running,
alike have to
they're
fight.
doing a lot. And
You all know well that gladiatorial
I mean,
combat
the
is the
PGR
lifeblood
was
of our
very
ancient
old and was using an
and
old system
mighty
and all that.
warriors.
and I had to restart using Unreal Engine 4 with some stuff from Unreal Engine 5 to make it work on 4.
This sword shall follow
Yeah.
your will.
That's why I had a lot of problems. And at the time, they didn't have British actors. Unlike right now.
You won't escape. Heavens, descend. True form revealed at last.
At lost.
You have to admit that the British voice acting is really good.
I mean,
It
in
fits.
general, British voice acting is good. Like,
Yeah.
natural British voice acting, it's hard to go wrong with that.
I don't care what you do off the field, but in the arena, fairness isn't negotiable. Caught you now. With me to victory! Die, evil! Glory is upon us! I'm joining your battle.
I gave you this play so you can see the ending. That gladiator girl will be the harbinger of the dark times.
It's a lot different than where you're at in the story right now, huh?
Yeah. I mean, there's still a fair amount of technology and everything. It's not technology less.
No, I'm not talking about the technology.
Luck and misfortune.
I'm talking about
Nobility and
the
lowliness.
quality and the cutscenes and everything right now.
Weakness
Oh,
and
yeah,
strength.
yeah.
A
This
person's
is-
nature is like two sides of a coin.
Really good. Holy.
Surely you know you will.
Hey, guess who's back? Hold on. Guess who's back?
Surely you know you alone
Ah.
can undo my story.
So you know, at one point, Scar did escape from prison somehow. So this is just a preview of what's gonna be in 2.4. So essentially, they're gonna Cartathea and Lupa are gonna use two new materials that you can't farm right now, which is okay. It's whatever, I guess, at the moment. Swimsuit, not a swimsuit. Both of them are gonna be in the store. The new main quests at the Regent. The other new main quests. New Regent. New Echoes.
I mean, it's pretty darn cool.
Obviously, they're going from good to
What-
great.
Yeah. What I'm hoping is that in the same line of you going nuh-uh with Wooloo, with everything I'm talking about, like have been saying, with just the nature of gacha games, is in something I'm slowly observing.
I mean,
And I'm
Gacha
hoping it
King's
stays
always
true.
been bad, but yeah.
Huh?
What?
What now? What were you saying? What did you
It's
say?
like Gacha Games has always been bad.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like they're always bad. They have always been bad. And that's why I was saying like Wooloo is no different. And you're like, no.
No, that's not
But-
what I was trying to go for, but okay, but yeah.
Well, anyways. Something I'm kind of observing or have been observing with every little bit now, with Wooloo at least. And on a lot of parts was EZZ too, but now more so with Wooloo is that the nature of a gacha game is changing and it's evolving to be better. And that we're now getting out of that quote unquote bad nature of a gacha game. And getting into the whole thing that there's a card game.
Not quite. It's one. It's like that one League of Legends thing that I've seen people play.
Okay, that's really cool.
It's a better TCG than what Genshin has.
This right here just goes towards what I was about to say. That the nature of a gacha game is changing. And Wooloo is definitely going towards that with this right here. They're making it more sustainable and more of a legitimate genre. They are evolving what a gacha game is for the better. So that it's something that can survive. That's what I'm saying here.
So this event right now, this boss event. Yes, as you just saw just now, fighting 2 bosses at the same time.
Oh, that's cool.
It's gonna be hard as hell though. 2 bosses. Oh, new hologram.
I mean,
technically fighting
cool.
3 guys at the same time.
That's pretty darn cool.
Free loot just by using up your energy, pretty much. This is from the store right here. That's in the bottom left. This is just purely for cosmetic reasons. Optimizations, the photo stuff here and there that you can use.
Oh. Yes.
Again, like any of the Hoyo games, don't think they have anything like that, I think.
I think it's a lot harder to do with Unity. That's probably why.
Not adding more visual stuff. Improve interacting. So when you fly next to the water, you see the water interacting when you fly.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, I think.
But then, that in Dark, you have this game. You have games like this.
Yeah, I think this is really gonna change.
This is the next level right here.
Huh?
This is the next level right here.
Yeah. I think this is really gonna be. This is the culmination of the gacha game evolution to be a legitimate game and something that can survive.
My problem with this right now, let me get to the characters at the moment, at least to me, don't look too memorable.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like Zanny, though, Zanny, or the bar lady.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah,
going back to this scene from Wooloo, if you remember.
Looking for me? Seems my men have gotten quite the beating from you. That uniform and crest. Are you the dogs the Montelli sent?
It's quite something, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
You just keep relying on that weapon!
And I remember in Star Wars, their cutscene used to last only for like 10-20 seconds. I know Wooloo had some of that, but they're like most of their cutscenes were about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And people were like in Star Wars, like, why is it so short and everything?
That's pretty cool. I love that so much. But yeah, I think what a gacha game is,
and fated to perish in the sea.
Not to mention
or is evolving now.
Yeah, not to mention one thing about Wooloo, the guarantee weapon banner. First off, it's kind, to be honest.
Yeah.
That I played.
The land of glory, where every soul pines for lasting victory. One truth.
So like, I'm with you. I have high hopes for Wooloo.
They've been doing good.
Like, it seems
they made up for 2.3.
It seems to be. Wooloo seems to be Subject Zero for the new evolution of gacha games.
Music of homeland, she stumbles her way across the world beyond.
I gotta show you something.
Observer of the future and the laws of causality. She sings a silent.
The upcoming characters, by the way.
Will be crowned the hero of heroes in the end. As doom looms over Renesita, an outlander returns whence they came.
I just hope it can go further than just
They join the crowd pilgriming toward the kingdom rising in the dark waves. And you're curious as to how it will end?
At its
of that I have no
highest base level. I know that's an oxymoron, but
those blessed by the sea
is that
just
Leviathan?
are ever doomed
pulling
to bear
just
its curse.
at its highest base level. Just quote unquote gooning over female characters.
Oh, if you're talking about gooning, ZZZ is doing probably the best job at that.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Like, I hope.
Let's see. Jane Doe, Yanagi, kind of Miyabi, sort of. Trigger, Bernice. What was that one? What was the one? That one other character. But yeah, you get what I mean.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I hope Wooloo can continue this evolution to go beyond just the highest base level, just the base level of gooning over female characters.
I mean, to be honest, it's okay to goon. To be honest, it doesn't really matter. If you want to goon, go ahead. It just more the fact, like, if a quote unquote another person that I would not speak of clearly says, "Oh my god, I can't believe you're gooning to ZZZ" or something like that, and stuff like that. but yet this said person plays like Deep Space whatever, which is all guys that does one thing only, is quote unquote gooning over guys instead of girls. And again, that's fine, you can do that. But you can be like, oh, I can't believe you're doing that. If someone likes those guys in that deep space whatever, that's fine. You can do that. The point is, just don't complain about us gooning over girls.
I'm like, I honestly don't do it. I mean, I don't know. I like, yeah, that Deep Space love game makes me feel very uncomfortable. I just like,
gee, I wonder why.
You know, and I like, I just know that it's the same effect for
are you still watching
Lulu
Dark?
and all. I had to I had to go talk to myself in the mirror. And other stuff, and I think I need to eat again. I'm taking care of my character so I don't die. But I kind of just I don't like gooning to speak of. It's such a weird term and just a weird everything surrounding it. I kind of just don't like it in general. It doesn't matter which side it is. I just don't really like it in general. It's just, again, I'm old school and really just normie coded everything.
So yeah, the upcoming characters for the next few updates for Wooloo. She used a big ass sword.
She looks cool.
Shield, I think.
That's I don't think that's a shield. That's a weapon that I don't remember the name of, but that one crazy girl in
this is
Soul
a crazy
Calibur
person.
uses it.
Did you know that cheese, a beloved food with a rich history, offers a wide variety of flavors and textures, and is a source
Hey,
of
look, Dark, they're actually adding a
it's made
dude.
from milk, bacteria, rennet, and salt with some varieties adding herbs, spices, or even fruit. Here,
oh, this person came out of nowhere. Don't know who she is.
History and production. Ancient roots. Cheese has been consumed for thousands of years.
And last but least, some sort of person that is coming back.
Global variety. There are over 2,000
That's it. Yeah.
I saw a lot of funny comments about her.
Oh.
Yeah. This is like one person was like, for the last one there, the one in blue. Someone made the funny comment. It was like, this lady's not for the girlies. And I was like, okay.
Anyway, but that's it. Back to Zomboid now.
Yeah, I'm not much for the gooning scene and all. And whenever I see like a lot of that stuff, just like, okay. Like, sure, quote unquote sexy character, blah, 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 sex sells, blah, blah, blah. I'd rather just see something cool, man. Just give me something cool. I don't.
No.
I don't care for all the. I was like, I don't care that you're flaunting your boobs. Like, I honestly would rather you not flaunt your boobs. Can you just do something cool instead? But I'm a normie, so I'm too outdoors normie. I'm not internet coded, so. My opinion is on this kind of stuff is not valid. There was actually a funny comment on one VTuber where it's like, go like, we're all going for the mentally unstable woman now, or something like that. Something about mentally unstable woman and them being like the go-to attractor or go-to attraction, whatever.
I mean,
and someone replied to that, it's like, we really don't have any other options at this point. At this point, that is all that exists. There are no other options or something. And I was like, I mean, I don't know about that, but whatever you say, I guess. I know, it's just, you know what, in that whole thing of like mentally unstable woman, it's just like, what the heck, man? I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that is just like, I don't know. I think is, man, you guys, wow. There's a lot of you guys here again, very fast.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, there's just another horde from the area that I cleared a horde from before.
Is that normal or is that whatever?
I don't know. Well, there go my headphones. I can't hear at the moment. Sorry. If you say I can't get my headphones. Give me 1 second. I have to kill zombies. All right, now I can try. Now I can get my headphones and put them back on. All right, my ears are back on. I don't. This was actually, unless they were like all in this building, and they just came out. Oh, what the? Where are these? Where are all of them coming from? Unless there's just a crap ton of them packed into these buildings right here. Which may have been the case. Like, I don't know. Like, honestly might have been the case. Oh, someone set an alarm off somewhere.
But you know what, Dark? At the end of the day, those cubes are still better.
Yeah. At the end of the day, yeah. I will agree with that. They did something really good with the cubes. They're really nice. I like them.
Yep.
And that's what a game should do. Like stuff like that. For special things or whatever. For a game that's like a game that's just like ongoing and not like a game like Bloodborne or whatever, right? An ongoing game. A game that's like FF14 or whatever. Just throwing that out there, which is another like ongoing game. That's something that they should do. That's just a really good thing to do. So that they did good with that. Well, I'm killing all the zombies that got attracted by whatever alarm got sounded somewhere. I don't know where the alarm was coming from. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess with the most of the things I've been talking about, the reason why I don't like. I mean, I like ZZZ, but not as much. But as I was trying to say, the reason why I have so much hate for them or with Toyo is because it's Toyo. Their track record has not been the best.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair, but...
Like, oh, well, yeah. When a company actually listens more and better, yeah, ZZZ. Not ZZZ, Wooloo. I mean, ZZZ is not that far behind, but it still has a lot of debuffs.
Yeah, when it comes to games, I try to look at games individually outside of everything else that the company has done.
I mean, yeah,
except for in certain cases like EA. Like, but that's because of the case that EA has been around for a lot longer. They have a lot more games, right? And they've been doing like a lot more stuff.
I mean, Dark,
So they have
NHL 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. And most of those kind of games have the same things from the previous game. Just like they had maybe updated the characters, the hockey players and all that and such.
Exactly. And so EA, over a long period of time now, has built themselves a track record that you can't look at all the games individually anymore. Because it is so set in stone now. But with a company like Hoyo, they really haven't been, in terms of games and all, they really haven't been in the scene very long. They have very few games. Sure, they've already kind of built a track record for the few games that they have. But you can, even still, it's still feasible to look at each of the games separately. Because even
that's one way to look at it.
Going just between Genshin and Star Rail, Genshin is just,
it's a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's just a complete failure no matter how you look at it. No matter what you do for looking at it and everything, it is just utter garbage failure. Star Rail, you can see that there was a lot of things.
It's getting there.
You can see that there was a lot of things learned from Genshin.
Until they stopped caring.
And until they stopped caring.
Because of ZZZ that came out during that time.
Yeah. But Star Rail is a lot better of a game than Genshin.
Yeah.
And then you go to ZZZ, looking at that individually. Itself individually, it's pretty good. Now looking at their track record, right? You can see that they learned a lot more.
Yeah.
Like a lot, like the discrepancies just jumping from Star Rail to ZZZ. You can see they learned a lot. Like, they learned a lot. So, and just that alone, it pays to look at the games individually. And go from there. But with a company like EA, who has been around a lot longer, has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of games, you can see from each of their games, right? Even when you try to look at them individually and everything, EA has never learned a single thing.
Nope.
So,
I mean, same thing was, well, Ubisoft is pretty much up there too.
Yeah.
But
Ubisoft,
the only thing is, it's not as bad as you think. Not quite. Up there. Because
not quite.
I'm having fun with Shadows and starting to see all the problems. like the dialogue and the scripting. Like not the people's script, like what they're saying and all that. They should have got actual people to speak English, not English. Because, again, they actually got Japanese people to speak both language, English and Japanese, for the game. Like actual Japanese people, not, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why if you ever tune into my game and see me talking to someone, yeah, they're talking English because they're a Japanese voice actor. But the game is still good. A lot of things does not make sense though. Like for example, the other day, there's a person or a companion that you can recruit, and they're talking about forgiveness and not getting angry. But when you do their story, their companion story and stuff, at one point that got angry and was ready to not forget that person. But shortly after you resolve that issue, they were like all happy and that you fixed the problem, and the anger and everything disappear just like that. Like it was the snap of a finger. And I found that really hilarious. It was like one moment they're angry and another moment they're happy. It was really funny to me, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
But the thing is that what's keeping it alive for me is it's set in Japan, it's ninjas and samurais, which is like I both like. Scenery is pretty nice for the most part. Doing stealthing around, assassinating people feels really nice. Feels like the old Assassin's Creed games almost. Just the story could use some work, and voice acting can use a tiny bit more work. But yeah. Going back with Lulu, they needed those British voice actors to help their game.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, Derek, they never. PGR eventually got people to voice act English, do the English, I guess dub for the game, but that took forever.
Yeah.
Since Weather Aim had it to begin with, but it wasn't good. It's kind of weird and funky.
Yeah.
And you have to think about it also that Cruel Games was going into unknown territory. They have never made a open world gacha game before. So it was like a lot of new things happening for them.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people had stopped playing Wooloo because of the bad voice acting. The game was crashing so much.
Yep.
But at the same time, you had to realize it was technically it was a new engine that they never used before. Also, it's raining.
Wow, it's raining.
Hold on, I just realized something. Hold on. I need to make this. Right. You know what? I'm gonna do the. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm gonna do it for me. Hold on, Dirk. Hold on. I'm cooking. I'm doing something. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, wait, that's the wrong. Brother, okay, hold on. These covered space don't work because I have no idea. Oh, it's lame. Hold on.
Where are you? Are you on the roof?
I'm out. I haven't even gone inside because I was trying to do something. But video game be like, no. Alright. Hold on. Let me actually go to the roof because for this.
I have a funny thing for you that you may or may not like.
Hold on. Oh, so did you find any pipe wrenches?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, no. Not yet.
Would be nice though. It would be nice
Yeah.
though. I made 2 rain barrels.
Nice.
Just so we can get water. What's up?
There you go.
What the heck is that? Hold on. I wore it under. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's a overshirt thing, wherever. So to really see it, you may have to take 1 or 2 layers off.
I can't tell if it worked or not until the water is actually out.
Yeah.
But we need to find a pipe wrench and everything. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I haven't finished upgrading the wall. Oh yeah, you know that Star Wars Outlaw thing game?
Yeah.
That did horrible.
So I heard.
It's a Ubisoft game, right?
Ubisoft had a hand in it. It's not a Ubisoft game, but
So
they
you
did
know-
have a hand in it.
You know how they how some in self-stealth game you just whistle and a guy comes to you?
Wait, what now?
And then you take him out from around the corner?
Maybe, yeah.
Like silently take them down kind of thing?
What now?
I'm talking about like doing stuff in Outlaw, like Star Wars Outlaw.
Okay, so what about it now?
Yeah, apparently if you just whistle and get a guy over, yeah, they're yeah. Like for example, you know how in Star Wars, right? In the, I guess the landing bay where all the ship comes down, or
Yeah.
one of those what do you call it? I don't know what you call those things. Those ships that the Empire has. Maybe you can help me here.
What, the landers?
No, the like where they land all the ships where they land their space. I don't know what you call them. God, where they land the ship into the ship.
Oh, what, the docking bay?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So imagine this: there's like 10 stormtroopers just lined up, you know, and there's a dude that's just telling them what to do, You can go around the corner here, for example, and do the whistle, and they will come one by one, and you just stealth take them down. One by one. Over and over and over and over. So all 10 of those stormtroopers are down. And I know, like, that's really
funny.
silly. But you want to know what's funnier? The first time that they introduced that into Assassin's Creed game, it's been the same thing. You just whistle, one guy comes over, you kill them. They have that in Shadows. You can take them out. You can take them out one by one. It's like dark. Like come over here. Stand right where I am. It's like they can't see a person that's behind here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yup.
Have you searched all the boxes in here?
No. No, not even the ones that are really high over there. Oh, there's a mouse and nails here.
It's like metal pipes, metal sheets, welding rods.
And we need a lot of those things, actually.
Yeah, we have a lot. They're all here. Box of nails, box of screws, planks. Lug wrench. Hammer, hard hat. There's another canteen.
No, take that out and put it into the random storage. Just in case one of us, for some reason, decides to die or something somehow.
Decides to die somehow. Fire pump.
Alright, I need to... when you go out next time, Dark, get more food.
Okay.
I've been working on our base here for the longest time. Trying to block every way.
Yeah.
For safety reasons, Dark.
For safety reasons.
So over here on the left is totally blocked off now.
I found a pipe wrench.
Ooh, gimme. Did you drop it? Or you have it? Oh.
I'm about to.
Heck yeah, alright. So I caused chaos.
Right.
Oh wait, hold on. Don't you need to know how to plumb pipes and stuff like that?
I don't think so.
Or am I too high? Hold on.
You have to put it. I think it's you have to put it directly.
That's what I kind of.
Above.
Oh wait, maybe it's too far to the right. Maybe. Hold on.
Yeah, because it pretty much. I think it's like. Yeah, it's like right here.
Where's right here? Oh,
right here.
Let me do it right here. Maybe this will work. Just maybe. Just maybe. Well, we got a few barrels of water.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it's working. Well, you know, best thing I could do is just we grab another sink and take it outside and just make a little building for it.
Oh yeah, you know what? I know what it is.
What?
It's because it can only be one floor above.
Oh.
And technically this right here is one floor.
Oh.
Well, I remember now.
Man. Man. God damn it. God dang it. Oh well. Trying to make a building here. Oh, someone died. What did I run out of? Hold on. Oh. You gotta work tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
It's 2:30.
I really should be going. Yeah, I know. I really need to be going to bed. Can I not? That's how you pick things up. I forgot.
Oh, the little funny box thing on the left?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you pick up stuff.
That's why I thought I couldn't pick up the mirror. I can't pick this up. What do you mean?
I mean, I can pick up this stuff. I say I can pick up this stuff. God damn it, your little funny Jeep is in the way. Oh gosh darn it. Gosh darn it, Bobby.
Gosh darn it, Bobby. Why'd you have to go and do that? Gosh darn it, Bobby. Why do you have to go and do that? I'm doing a thing.
You're doing a thing?
Yeah. We'll see if this actually works.
Doing a thing?
Doing a thing.
I say you're doing a thing.
Doesn't seem like. Alright, that's totally what I wanted to do.
Hi, Dark.
Hi.
I'm making stuff here. Don't mind me.
So this won't be until I guess the generator is turned on, maybe?
Oh, what are you trying to do?
Making it to where we can see. Or at least where there's light. Yeah, because there's nothing to say turn it on right now. So it's not receiving power.
I'm getting there, Dark. Actually, I'll be right back. I need to bring down my plates from earlier.
Okay.
I'm in a bit of discomfort. Oh, that's a lot of health on my lips. Did he find any food?
No, I just went out to grab those two lights I just put up.
Whoa, what number is that?
Talking to yourself, Dark?
Yep. As per usual. Dang. I just got more depressed by talking to myself. You know what it's time for?
What?
Antidepressants.
Apparently, to gussy up, you need to use a comb, which is really funny. All right, I'm gonna write into my journal, and I'll be back.
Fairly. Oh, those. Okay, I understand. Down a tile the weed bite. Dang, what constant battle depression here. Just medically checking Uni. Do we have books that I can do on? Says I've already read that.
Alright, I'm back.
Not read these though. I'll come back.
Alright, how safe do you feel right now with this building?
Pretty safe.
Okay. You know, for a second I thought the engine was running. But no, it's a helicopter. It's a helicopter! I'm going back inside. I'm back.
That's funny.
You know, the fact that, you know, it feels good to play Shadows more than any gacha game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, two things. You know, the fact that, hey, Shadows is an actual game and you know, Wooloo is the gacha game.
Yeah.
Even though Ubisoft is poopy sometimes. Or, sorry, is even more poopier because it's with, technically, their shares is with, they gave 25% shares to, Tencent. That's why I saw on the internet it was 25%.
Oh, me, oh my. Yeah, I really need to go to bed. I'm gonna go to sleep, Uni.
My mic was muted. I was like ready to call it quits. Why don't I drop something? Ugh. All right. Let's send you to the Shadow Realm. Hey.
Oh no.
All right.